You found me. And honestly, I've been thinking about what that means. Because there are thousands of young women with ideas, ambition, something to contribute, and somehow you saw something in me. My name is Naomi Asogwa. I am 18 years old, a communicator, a chemistry student, an entrepreneur, a young leader, and most importantly, a young woman who believes that age shouldn't determine the size of my dreams. I've always found myself creating solutions, creating conversations, creating spaces where people can express themselves. Whether it was leading students, building an initiative around reusable sanitary products, stepping onto a stage, speaking about issues I care about, or simply looking at a problem and asking myself, what can I do about this? I've realized that this is probably the thread that connects everything I've done, and as a young Nigerian woman, I have become increasingly aware of how important it is for women to be present in places where decisions that affect us are being made. Because representation isn't just about seeing a woman in a position, it's about knowing that your voice belongs in that room too. I want to live in a Nigeria where a young girl doesn't look at leadership and say, that's not for people like me. I want her to see women leading, creating change, making decisions, and say to herself, I can do that too. The Elumelu Foundation found me, and suddenly something I've been doing instinctively began to feel bigger, like a responsibility. Because being seen is an honor, but being seen and choosing to serve is a responsibility. Women cannot influence decisions they are not present to make. And young women cannot see themselves as leaders if we don't show them that they belong there. That's why the call for 35% of women inclusion in politics resonates with me. Not because I want to occupy a seat, but because I want to make that seat available for the girl coming after me. I want to learn, I want to listen, I want to understand the system that shapes the country I live in. And I want to take everything I learn and make it something useful, especially for young people, for young women who have ideas but don't know where to take them to. So yes, you found me. But I don't want this to end with being found. I want it to begin with being given the opportunity to serve, to learn, to contribute, to grow, and to become a woman whose presence in a room makes it easier for another young woman to believe she belongs in that room too. You found me, so let me show you what I can do with this opportunity. I am not waiting for the future to give me a voice. I am using the voice I have today to create the future I want to see.